It's time for the MAC championship game, and it's JMU versus Toledo, which is, yes, a rematch of the game last week. Toledo ended up beating us in heartbreaking fashion on our senior night, on our homecoming night, so you can believe that if we get a chance to step on their necks today, we are 100% going for the kill. The top 25, you can see Florida State, TCU, and Oklahoma round out your top 3. Mid-Tennessee State is number 13 in the nation, which is something that I did not expect to say this season. But speaking of things I didn't expect to say, Vadley is still your Heisman frontrunner. He has a legitimate chance to be the first player in JMU history to win the Heisman, which just blows my mind at this point. Now our defense is looking good so far. Here on 3rd and 2, Toledo's in the shotgun. Eli tries to run a speed option, but Kyrie Hawkins says no, sir. He's not having it, and we shut down Toledo on their very first drive to go 3 and out. Now Khalid Abdullah starting to drive off strong there for JMU with an 11-yard run. Vadley deep in shotgun on 3rd and 13, throws it out to Dean Cheatham. He doesn't get many catches, but the catches he gets always seem to be super important. Now 1st and 10, Vadley on the play action, throws it out deep, but Toledo gets the interception. Norris is going to return this one for a decent return, gets down to around the 50, but an unfortunate play because JMU's defense started off great, our offense started off great, but that is not how we want to end our first drive. Now 1st and 10, we're getting some pressure here. They get the ball out to Wilcher. Wilcher's going to make a guy miss. Anker's going to get the tackle, but Wilcher turns a 3-yard gain into 17 yards. Now a read option here by Eli is going to be good enough for a first down. They have the ball here on 3rd and 7, moving close to the red zone. Across the middle, it's good to Kareem Hunt. He's going to find his way down inside, but on 3rd and goal, they've got a chance to score here. They throw it deep. They got a receiver open, but Marcel Johnson says no, sir. No easy buckets, no easy touchdowns today as he stops them before he can actually haul that ball in. So Toledo has to resolve to a field goal on their very first drive, which we're going to be okay with. Now we're running the ball here. Good little read option there by Vadley. Vadley's going down for 10 yards on that play. Almost 1,300 yards on the season just on the ground. Nearly 300 in the air. Vadley, it's no wonder you are leading the Heisman vote at this point. Now Domo Taylor with a big catch for 17 yards there as he tosses the ball to the referee. Under 5 minutes left here in the second quarter. Getting the ball to Khalid Abdullah up the middle. And he's going to continue to fight for yards. 10 yards again for Khalid Abdullah. Now Vadley's got a guy open. He sees Ishmael Hyman. Ishmael Hyman, that's going to count whether you're in college or in the pros. 2 feet down for Ishmael Hyman on that play. Great drive there. Vadley had an interception on that first one. Comes back strong in the next drive to deliver a beautiful ball to Ishmael Hyman for a touchdown. Now a 7-3 lead, and again, Ishmael Hyman. Vadley finds him. He dives all the way out looking like Dennis Rodman in the NBA Finals years ago. Great play by Ishmael. Now 1st and 10, Vad rolls out to his right-hand side. Doesn't really have anybody open, so he's going to keep this one for himself. Goes 6 yards there. 2nd and short, Vad across the middle. This time it's to John Miller. John Miller, if you've been wondering where he's been injured for about 4 or 5 weeks now. We're happy to have him back. He gets another reception here, fights for a few yards. But it's good to have him back in the slot because if we want to make a run at this MAC championship, at going to a bowl game and winning, we're going to need John Miller's help today. Now 1st and goal, we're in here after Vad's impressive run. Goes to the right-hand side, he is Rashard Davis. Rashard Davis is in for the touchdown. They say he was on the 1, so we give it to our bruiser, our power back, Khalid Abdullah on the 1-yard line, and he takes that one in for a touchdown, which is going to give us a 14-3 lead, which is the complete opposite of what happened last week against Toledo. Everybody's congratulating Khalid there in the sideline. Now 22 seconds left, they give it to Kareem Hunt. We were not expecting a halfback draw, and it shows. Our defense doesn't do too well on those. Charles Tuck gets the tackle, but they're across the 50 now with 12 seconds left. Eli's in shotgun again, throws this one deep. He's got Jones wide open, and Jones hauls that one in for 23 yards. Perfect placement on that ball by Eli. Raven Green in on the tackle, but with 2 seconds left, they're going to opt for the field goal. This one's got a chance. It's wide left. So Toledo messes up there. We're going to go into halftime with a 14-3 lead in the MAC championship. So at halftime, you can see our numbers: 110 passing yards, 71 rushing yards. The offense is looking great. The defense, though, is the story of today's game. They have been phenomenal. But just as we congratulate them, Melvin Eli picks up 9 yards on that QB read option. We've got to do better about maybe running a spy on that play or something. So 2nd and 1, Eli's in shotgun. Great pass protection. He's going to find Russell, but Raven Green lights him up. That is what I'm talking about, Raven Green. Andrew Anker is going to get the fumble recovery. Takes it for a few yards, rumbling on the field, and ultimately stumbles down. But Raven Green, he was the scapegoat earlier in the season. We always saw him missing tackles, getting destroyed, but he's found a way in these last couple of weeks to resurrect his name, resurrect his game to be an impact player on this defense. Now 1st and 10 after Raven Green forced that fumble, Khalid Abdullah goes for a few yards there. Got 2nd and 7, 3 minutes left in the third. Vad's going to find Rashard Davis on a comeback route. He breaks the tackle. Rashard Davis turning on the Jets. Can he get past him? He can't. He's down at the 5, but he turns a routine catch into a whole lot of yards there. Now 2nd and goal for Vad Lee and the JMU Dukes. Vad's going to throw this one across to Dean Cheatham. Dean Cheatham's going to catch that one for a 1-yard touchdown reception. I told you guys earlier, he doesn't always have a ton of receptions, but they're always quality. He gets the big receptions when we need him to. Shout out to Dean Cheatham. Now Toledo's trying to get things going, but Andrew Ankra says, don't try it, young fella. 2nd and 9 now, 21-3 lead. Eli's in shotgun. We have tons of pressure coming. He throws this one across the middle, and he finds Keshawn Wilcher, who has been killing us. Last week he had a monster game. This week he's continuing it, but we haven't seen much of Baby Gronk today. 2nd and 5. Eli keeps this one. Marcel Johnson's got a chance to get him, but he gets blown up by number 3. Philip Eli's going to keep this one into the end zone for a QB read. That's going to be unfortunate because that cuts the lead from 21-3 to 21-10. And they're kicking the ball off here. Taylor Reynolds is deep fielding this one. Cardon Johnson out here in the block. Taylor Reynolds is going to juke up inside. He spins off the tackle. Taylor Reynolds has some room. Could he take this one? One guy to beat here. Number 17 is coming up. Can he get past him? Taylor Reynolds is going to take this one all the way to the house from deep into the end zone. That's 104 yards in that kick return. And ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be an NCAA record. That's the longest kickoff in college football history, returned for a touchdown at 104 yards. Shout out to Taylor Reynolds. So we go into the fourth quarter after that touchdown with a 28-10 lead and a chance to win the MAC in our very first year as an FBS school. Now 2nd and 7 for Vad. He's going to find Klusterman this time. Jonathan Klusterman, don't see much of him, but he's backing up Dean Cheatham right now and doing a pretty good job there. 2nd and 7 with over 5 minutes left. We get Rashard Davis in motion. We're going to fake the read option. Got Davis on the outside, but the pitch can't get too far out. We can't really get to the edge, so only 3 yards in that play for Rashard Davis. Now Vad here on 3rd and 4. Throws it across the middle. John Miller returning from injury. You saw him with 2 catches earlier on a drive. He takes this one to the house on 36 yards for that touchdown reception. That is why I'm so happy to have John Miller back, because our wide receiver core with Miller back there, in my opinion, is one of the best in the nation. Now 3rd and 7, Toledo's trying to get a drive going. They get it out to Thompson. Great blocks there. Marcel Johnson in on that tackle. We got 2nd and 10 now. Little over 4 minutes left. Eli's got good protection across the middle. Again, that is our weakness. The edges in the middle have just been killing us on passes today. Now 2nd and 10, Eli's got pressure in his face. Throws it out this time to a tight end, but it's not going to be for very many yards. So 3rd and 7, giving it to Hunt. Kareem Hunt is going to get stuffed in the backfield by Justin Wellens. No easy rushes today, people. So in 4th and 8, Toledo says, you know what, we're down big. We got to go for it. They throw it out, and they find McKinley Lewis wide open. Branch is going to be there in on the tackle. So they have their way on 1st and 10. Toledo's trying to get a touchdown here. They throw it across the middle, and McKinley Lewis, just like you saw last play, wide open. No one was even close to him that time, so he hauls that one in for an easy touchdown. And they've cut the lead to 35-17, but they're going for the onside kick. Luckily, Branch is going to field this one, but he gets hit and he fumbles. No! Toledo recovers that. We weren't paying attention. Toledo went for the surprise onside kick, and they have the ball to try and score again. If they can score here and then cut the lead to 10, it's not an insurmountable lead for them to come back. We've seen crazier things happen in JMU games. We don't want to choke this one away, but look at Mike Cobbs. Mike Cobbs says no comeback for you today. He gets a huge interception, returns that one down to the 30-yard line. What a play by Mike Cobbs. Haven't seen much of him all season, but in one of our biggest games of the year in the MAC Championship, he steps up huge for us. Now JMU, again, like we mentioned earlier, we want to step on Toledo's throats. They defeated us in our very last home game for JMU. We want to make sure we get this W today. So 1st and 10, Vad Lee looking for something, pressure in his face, rolls out to the right, doesn't get the block from the right tackle, and he's going to be sacked for negative 12 yards in that play. 2nd and 22 is a lot to overcome here. So with 2:30 left, Vad Lee's going to throw it across the middle to Ishmael Hyman. He's going to get enough yards in that play to make 3rd and 11 a little bit more manageable, but we don't convert there. On 4th down, we say, you know what, we're going for it. We want to step on their throats. We want to get something big here. Vad throws it off to Khalid Abdullah. He gets down inside the 5 to the 3-yard line. So on 1st and goal, Vad's going to find who else but Dean Cheatham for 2-yard touchdown reception. Vad was 4 for 5 for 40 yards in that play, resulted in a touchdown. Things are looking good for JMU. We've got pressure on Eli. He's going to throw it off his back foot, and Trevor Barrow's going to intercept this one. That's exactly what we needed. That, ladies and gentlemen, is going to close out this game. We're going to walk out of here as the champions of the MAC division. I can't believe in our very first year moving up to FBS we did it. But this team has persevered. The defense, they were poor all season. They showed up today, but the question is, who are we going to play in the bowl game? Are we going to be able to defeat that opponent in the bowl game? And will Van Lee walk out of here as the Heisman winner next week? Thanks for watching today's video. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. Hit the like button and share your support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.